I attended the graduation ceremony yesterday, and what I saw left me totally shocked. I am beginning to realize and see that neurodevelopmental disorders are more than what we think in children these days. You see, I know sometimes, a lot of times, parents notice this and they don't, sometimes they complain to their teacher saying, this is my child, this is da 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 da. They will complain one or two things about how this child learns, how slow this child is in learning. Of course, teachers, they will also say every child is different, every child is different. But there's a point it will get to when you start asking real questions. You will know that this thing is beyond. This thing is not just something you want to overlook, and that is what I am here to tell you: when to actually seek medical attention. So, if you notice that there is this particular child that you have, that this child you will teach and she's the only person you are teaching. He's the only person you are teaching. You will teach and teach and teach. If they bring results, his performance is still very, very low. You ask him, Kedu, Oneganya Wopanya. Ask him, how are you? He'll be like, fine. He's not smiling at you. He's not jovial. He's always on her own or his own. You will not, if you don't initiate an interaction, if you don't initiate a discussion, people will not talk. Even in that discussion, you have to be the person that will keep on putting energy. It does not flow, like the discussion is not flowing. So if you have a child like this, anytime you people have interactions, you brush her teeth or his teeth, anytime you are eating or doing anything outdoor event, at the end of the day, you just get frustrated. This particular person leaves you frustrated. You can't tell why, but you just notice that at the end of the day, you are frustrated. And then you have another child. You have never taught this boy or this girl. You don't teach her, you don't even do anything. Everything is moving smoothly. It comes back with results, and results are perfectly fine. 100 over 100, everything. You have never taught this boy, you never taught this girl before. That one you are putting effort to is still finding it difficult. 1 plus 1, 2. You keep teaching 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1. You know, you feel like he has done it today. Fine, ask him tomorrow. 1 plus 1, he'll be looking at you. At that point, when you feel frustrated, you know that something is going on. That is the point you will need to go and see a doctor, because neurodevelopmental disorders is much now in children. Parents are not knowing it because they think that he or she is just being a child. And one thing with neurodevelopmental disorder is that the earlier the intervention, the better. So you will need to see a pediatrician, a pediatric neurologist who will now refer you to maybe a psychiatrist. They will need to do an autism spectrum test for your child to actually know if this child is in the spectrum. Because a lot of what I saw yesterday, I can tell you that a lot of children are on the spectrum. And there are other things we do that predispose these children, that make it very obvious. We allow children to use the screens. They are always watching cartoon, watching one program on the TV, and all of that. See, listen, when you are going to the hospital to see, your doctor will profile tailored intervention protocol for this child depending on everything he has asked you and the answer you give. While your doctor is doing this and suggesting therapy for the child, when you're at home, also switch off the television, anything that has to do with screen, shut it off. It's not children between, for me, children less than 5 years have no business with screen. Mistakes have been made, yes, but we should not do it again. Because when you allow a child to be on the screen, you are promoting solitary confinement for this child, allowing this child to stay one particular place. And in children, what makes them learn fast is that play. This might pick into the play. You know, they let me rest. Allow them to play. Now that you're an adult, can you play? No, you can't play. But children, our children, allow them to play. It is in that play that they learn how to speak. It is not you that will teach them language. They will learn it from other children. That is why I have seen that children, those first ones are always the people who have this social interaction issue. And when a child is limited in terms of social interaction, it will be difficult for that child to learn. See, in the villages, they practice this communal living.